Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is my 670cc Offroad Buggy, and today we're changing things up. You guys asked and I listened, so in today's video we're ditching the swing arm and building our own custom independent rear suspension. I owned this buggy for 5 years and I'm not really a fan of the swing arm. I basically plan on building the ultimate budget off-road machine, so we do have a budget to work with. I cannot wait to finish this thing and finally drive it, so leave a like down below, guys. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, definitely check them out. I also forgot to say I will be boosting this thing along with my daily driver, so some crazy videos to look forward to. But enough with the talking, let's get right into work. We got everything cut. Check this out. So we got the engine mocked up, and I want to lift it 5 inches higher so we can fit our IRS under the engine. That way we can compact everything and shorten the wheelbase, make it more of a square. This is the spindle I plan to use, so from hole to hole it's 8 inches. So we have to make the engine sit 8 inches higher than that, which is about right here. So we're going to go ahead and start bending out some tube. Let's get this done. Check this out, guys. I have decided to upgrade my arsenal. I finally got gas for my welder. We got this hydraulic setup for our tube bender and a nice 30-gallon air compressor. I will have a separate video on all of these, but I just wanted to let you know, guys. Anyways, back to the video. So I don't know if this is lucky or unlucky, but we have very little clearance on our torque converter. You're supposed to run a spacer behind it, but I'm sure we can figure something out. Worst case scenario, we can just offset the engine that way. So check this out. This is the IRS cross section that I'm going to be building. These are 91 and 93 Miata axles. These are universal 1-inch hubs from eBay. Piece of 1-inch keyed shaft. And then 1 9/16 axle hangers. So this should be relatively easy. I did get these hubs turned down 1 millimeter so that they slide freely in the thing. I do not plan on cutting these axles up. That way if we bust an axle, we can just directly swap it in. I believe these are heat-treated axles, and they only weigh like 5 pounds, so that's very good. Let's go ahead and put this section together. That stance. So nothing's welded yet, but it took me a good while to figure out how I'm gonna mount the 2 pillow blocks to the frame. It's a little bit crooked because of the tire. Like I said, I'm trying to make everything small and compact, so this center shaft is only 6 inches long. You're probably thinking, how am I gonna connect that to that? Well, I'm actually gonna run a jack shaft back there. You've also probably noticed there is no disc brake in the middle. That's because we're going to run the Miata brakes. Now I want to warn you guys, I'm not a huge Miata guy, so please do your own research. But these are the base model brakes, 9.1 inches. And then we're going to run the base model calipers. So we should have plenty of stopping power. Guys, I can't wait to get this thing mocked up and finished. So yeah. Big thanks to Moto Mule for cutting all these tabs, and he also cut some custom intake flanges for me. So definitely go check his channel out. To cut all these flanges by hand would just take a heck of a long time, and that would be very ugly. So I'll leave a link in the description for his channel. And here are all of our heim joints. These are 1/2-inch heim joints. So these are our pillow block bearing holders. These took a pretty long time to make. Put a lot of thought into these, made sure they were strong enough, because there is going to be a lot of stress on these bearings. But they'll simply just go like this. So we're going to put the right spindle on the left side, just because we need to clear the torque converter. lot of travel.
I remember here. I remember here. I remember here.
So we just test fit this torque converter. We did have to do some clearancing right there. It's a pretty tight fit, but it is gonna work. Like I said, I'm trying to compact everything as much as possible. It's not like this engine has so much power to where you would have to mount that way back. However, with the wheelbase the way it is, I do have faith that this thing may be able to pop some wheelies, which is what I wanted to do from the very beginning.
Go, camera, got my vlog up.
So yeah, our bottom control arm turned out exactly how we wanted it to. Now this top one is going to be a little bit tricky on this side because we're going to have to clear the torque converter. I had to put some thought in it, try to figure out the best way to route everything.
I remember here. I remember here. I remember here.
So yeah, we got really nice movement. We got around 6 inches. Going up to 23. That is 17 inches of travel. Previously, we only had about 3. So that's it for this week, guys. Subscribe with post notifications if you want to see this thing finished ASAP. Now, I got to give a huge shout out to Moto Mule. He's always answering my questions. He's just been kind of the sponsor of our flanges and all that stuff. So big thanks. Also, thanks to Go Power Sports for supporting this build. And also JD Squared for their nice tubing bender. So this is my first major off-road build, and it's definitely taken a lot more time and resources than I thought. So if you're feeling generous, you can always cop a hoodie down below. Smash that like button for me. Let's try to go for 2,500 likes. Why not? It's free. Thanks for the support, guys, and sorry there was no video last week. I got some really crazy stuff coming with the channel. But anyways, guys, I have to see you in the next video. Stay tuned and peace.